Hey everybody, at the Movies with Film, down here in the vaults in KTS. Feels nice and cool down here. Got to keep things at the right temperature and humidity so that we are preserving the great films that we have to bring for you. We have a very, very fun little movie for you tonight. One that, well, in a way we're kind of lucky to see. So you should sit back and say, gosh, film, I'm glad you're bringing me something that, I can think back on as being, I've been lucky to see it. Devil's Messenger, 1961. Now let's talk a little bit about the background of this film. Actually, it is 3 episodes of an aborted television series out of Sweden. Shot in English, but still shot in Sweden, that was put together by old Kurt Siodmak. Kurt Siodmak and Herbert Strock worked on these films. Okay, Kurt Siodmak did a lot of the writing for it. He also did some uncredited directing, and the directing credit goes to Strock. However, this was a compilation of 3 shows, so it's sort of like an omnibus type of television show out of a television show called 13 Demon Street. And it was never released. There were a lot of episodes that were shot, and instead of just letting them sit on the shelf, they've been revived and put into some kind of cinematic version. To tie them together, they brought in, now, Lon Chaney Jr. was a part of the original series, and he was sort of the guy who introduced, he was known as the host. He would introduce these episodes. Well, they brought him in again, and what he was in this new incarnation in Devil's Messenger is that he is sort of, the in-between man between you coming down a set of steps after you've died and when you're going to go down into hell. Okay, so he's sort of like the guy that has to get the signature and all that stuff. Now, a woman comes down, okay, who is a recent suicide, and he's got this deal going with her. Like, she's not happy that she's really going to go down there, and he says, well, here's some options for you. Why don't you become the Devil's Messenger? And what she does is goes through these variety of locations and sort of ties together. These are people that she is going to be bringing into hell. And she's helping out good old Lon Chaney Jr. to do it. Kind of a fun film. The 3 episodes, the first one deals with a photographer who has some, well, sometimes you take pictures of things and they're not necessarily, things that you intended. The second one is about a kind of an obsession that a man has with a frozen woman. I like that one. Okay. And the third one is about a fortune teller who, does some wacky things to a guy. Think you're going to have fun with this film? Devil's Messenger. Lon Chaney Jr. does a nice take in this thing. The end of this film is very fun, very fun. So if I told you you're lucky to see this film. It's not just because of the 13 Demon Street, to get to see Kurt Siodmak work, to see Herbert Strock work, but also to see good old Lon Chaney eat up the scenery, particularly at the end of this thing. Devil's Messenger, 1961. Smokey and I really enjoyed it. Have fun with it. Roll 'em, Smokey.